Hello and welcome to this presentation. In this presentation I'll be showing you how to hack WEP using Xiaopan OS virtual machine. Now if you don't have the Xiaopan OS virtual machine, I've added a link in the description showing you how to create a Xiaopan OS virtual machine using VirtualBox. Before we begin, I just have to make a disclaimer. This presentation is for educational purposes only. Do not perform any of the actions demonstrated in this presentation on any device of which you do not own or do not have strict legal authorization to use. End of disclaimer. The first step in hacking WEP will be to start our Xiaopan OS virtual machine, and then once we've started our Xiaopan OS virtual machine, we'll then need to attach our wireless USB adapter to our virtual machine. Now the wireless USB adapter that I'll be using in this demonstration will be the Alpha Networks AWS036H. Okay, so let's get started on the first step, which will be to start our Xiaopan OS virtual machine. Now after we've completed step 1, attaching the USB wireless adapter to the virtual machine, we'll begin to move on to step 2, which will be to actually hack WEP. Now, as you can see, there are a couple of methods here. The automated method, which is to use the Wi-Fi GUI or feeding bottle or mini DWeb, and then the manual method, which is to manually use the aircrack ng suite via the command line interface. Now, in this demonstration, I'll be using Wi-Fi. Okay, to begin, let's open up VirtualBox, and then once VirtualBox Manager is opened up, we can start the Xiaopan OS virtual machine. Okay, so the virtual machine now is running. Now here it's best to choose the boot OS in virtualization mode, as this is a virtualized environment. And that's it, the virtual machine is now loaded, and this completes step 1. Next step will be to attach the USB wireless device to the virtualized environment. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach our wireless USB adapter into our host machine. Once it's attached to the host machine, we can then begin to attach it to the virtual machine by going to Devices, USB Devices, and selecting our wireless USB adapter. Okay, so once it's connected to the virtualized environment, let's just confirm that it's actually there. So we can do a ifconfig with the A option to display all interfaces, whether down or up, and yep, the wireless interface is there, so that's good. So once we've verified that it's properly connected to the virtualized environment, we can then move on to the next step, which is to hack WEP. Now to hack our WEP enabled router, all we need to do is click on Wi-Fi, which is right here on the toolbar, the Wi-Fi program, and once we execute Wi-Fi, it will automatically place our device into monitor mode and then begin to scan for the relevant networks in the area. So first just place it into monitor mode, then it begins the scan, and once it finds our WEP network, we can then press Ctrl+C to stop the scan, and then once we've pressed Ctrl+C, we can then proceed to select the number corresponding to the network, which is number 1, our WEP network, and then Wi-Fi will then proceed to automatically begin to hack the WEP network. And that's it. That is how you hack WEP using Wi-Fi. I'd like to thank you for viewing this presentation, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I'm Abysm. If you have any concerns regarding this presentation, you can direct those concerns at Xiaopan forums. Thank you again for viewing.